The following podcast is the pilot episode of the Black Cosplayers Podcast. In this podcast, we talk about a lot of things that are affecting and going on in the black community where we will talk, have fun, and just dick around and have a good time. This podcast is not meant to offend anybody, but if you are offended or easily offended, we highly recommend that you don't listen because shit in this podcast is going to get real here and there. You have been warned. Hey everyone, this is DJ Ron Mess. Some of y'all may know me from my other podcast, Anime Jam Session, and the Crystal Chronicles of Sailor Moon podcast. I'm now embarking with some amazing friends I just met. We're doing a brand new podcast here. For now, we're calling it the Black Cosplayers Podcast. What we're going to talk about on this episode and upcoming episodes as we get time to do this, we're going to talk about some of the issues in the community and how we can work to fix these issues and kind of, I guess, reunite as one team, something like that. This podcast came up from an issue in the community that everybody is talking about with Blackface. I met a few amazing people on the AWA Facebook group, and we were talking about this, so we decided to kind of put our thoughts out there in the vocal form. And right now, I'm going to step back and let my co-hosts step up and introduce themselves. So whoever wants to go first can go for it.
Hello there, I am Kay. Everyone calls me Kay, and I am a cosplayer who is very passionate about these issues, so let's get down straight.
No, I guess I'll go. Hello everyone, my name is Mocha Bunny, but my friends call me Yeezy. Yes, Yeezy as in Kanye West.
Oh.
Long story. It's an inside joke. And I am also a cosplayer and I guess you could say gamer. I don't really give myself that title, but anyway, I have also been interested in learning about certain topics that go around in the cosplay community that seem to be like a taboo. So, yeah.
Alright, my name is John, but I'm also known as a Kumendorf. I'm a video game player. I usually am the biggest trolls on Facebook and one of the most brutally honest people you ever meet. So, yeah, that's it.
Well,
and I'm here to talk about the cosplay community and their BS.
Yeah. We're not really going to call people out unless we feel that things that they have done is paints a black eye on the community, but pretty much for those of you who probably don't know, there is a bit of a rift between black cosplayers and POC cosplayers. It's two different trains of thought, and it's always a clash back and forth. What we feel is we're going to talk about some of these issues and how we can kind of come up with ideas to kind of bring everybody to the table, because when our families get together and argue, grandmama's cooking will come out on the table and sit everybody down, and we'd be friends and family all over again. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So,
collard greens and everything.
girl, you making my ass hungry. It's been a hot minute since I had some home cooking.
I feel it.
Shoot, I got a friend down the way saying, you bring me some oxtails, I'll make them up real good. And I'm just like,
Woo.
why you gotta be married? I'm just saying, you know? Okay, we're gonna get into the topic here. Pretty much one of the biggest heated issues in the community is blackface. You can also, for some, it's whiteface, yellowface, and so forth. I mean, if you look it up in the dictionary, pretty much easiest definition of blackface is vaudeville. You know, you're all black makeup, white lips or red lips, and you were just making a bit of a fool of yourself. And over time, this term has kind of evolved into where, if you are not black and you use some type of bronzer or makeup, whatever, to darken your skin for a cosplay, that's considered blackface. And the issue kind of goes back and forth on what it really is.
Well, I think the issue that comes from that is not really, it's like for the older people, it's not really an issue. Like, I remember when the first time this topic came up, and this was particularly with the Garnet cosplayer.
Yeah, I saw that.
In the Steven Universe. She was a New Zealand cosplayer. She had cosplayed other stuff before, and pretty accurately, that's her thing. Like, you could tell the pattern was that she was an accurate cosplayer, and she liked to get things down. Now, what got to me was the difference between the Garnet cosplay and what the Korean cosplayers was doing now is that the depiction of Garnet, everyone says that Garnet is like this fuchsia color, like a pinkish red. Like, they tried to excuse it. But at the time when she did that cosplay in season 1 of Steven Universe, everyone and their mom and sister thought that Garnet was black. They were like, she is coded as black because she looked brown. Like, her color scheme was a lot different in the first season than it is now. She had more of a brown, sort of like blackish sort of look. She looked like she was a black woman with an afro. And the New Zealand cosplayer emulated that. She didn't use it to demean anyone. She didn't paint her with big black lips. You wouldn't have known she wasn't a black person if you would have saw her other pictures. And so what I think happened with that was the black community wanted to have Garnet and code her as black and say, you cannot have this. And then when they saw someone else was doing it better than them, they got angry, and then they tried to backpedal and say, well, no, she's not black, she's fuchsia. And I called that out on several occasions in which I was called a coon. But that was very interesting to me how the black community, especially in the cosplay community, kind of grabs on to characters and makes them black. And then when a cosplayer who isn't necessarily black and has melanin or whatnot takes it on and happens to do it like, pretty extraordinary, they want to say, oh no, you can't do that. And it's like this back and forth pulling, like a child two children fighting over a toy sort of thing.
And also another thing why people in our community are saying that Garnet is black is because of her voice actress, Estelle.
Estelle.
That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. It's like, I haven't watched Steven Universe, but last time I checked, it's about a boy and it's on aliens. And last time I checked, there's no racists in, aliens.
Like, they tried to say that Amethyst was coded as a Latina, but she's voiced by a Korean woman. Like,
oh shit, really?
Yeah, like, she's coming to MomoCon and all, and it's like all these voice actors except for like Estelle and the voice actor for Steven are all Korean. Like, they're not Latino.
If I remember correctly, the voice for Pearl, Peridot, and Lapis are Filipino. And I just found out one of my friends is cousins with one of either the Peridot or Lapis voice actress.
Ooh.
I was like, wow. And they have like a little like jazz like band that they do in LA.
Awesome.
Right, now that we got that pretty much out of the way on how things have started, unless your head's been under the dirt or something like that, or you've been off Facebook or social media for a while, one of the main issue is a Korean cosplayer by the name of Peon Kim, who's gotten backlash for cosplaying as Sombra, Overwatch's Mexican character. Now, mind you, I did not know Sombra was Mexican. I just know that she's Hispanic, and I actually knew the cosplayer that Blizzard got to portray her character at BlizzCon, which is pretty cool. Now,
No, I was just clearing my throat.
Okay. Now,
the irony is that most Latinos and Hispanics didn't mind the cosplay at all, which is the irony.
Exactly. Because I'm actually friends with this one Korean girl I met, and when we hang out, depending on, I guess, the reflection, or like her skin is a little bit darker, and I'm just like, it is what it is. I mean, and I'm actually looking at the picture here. I think she's doing a really good job.
Yeah, And they actually have a video where she actually kind of role played with Sombra's cutscene, just like Sombra's cutscene where she does a little hacking and whatnot. And she's got it down to a T. Like, you can tell there's a significant amount of time and effort put into this cosplay. And it's not like I'm putting on a bunch of makeup and I'm out to make a fool of myself. I'm not trying to, she's not trying to demean Hispanics, or I think she's I forgot what term it is. I think it's gringa? I think that's the term that Sombra's supposed to be.
Yeah.
One of my Hispanic friends, he told me about it. Because this isn't the first time that a Sombra cosplayer has been under fire for using bronzer as a makeup. There was also a Russian cosplayer about a few months back. I think it was right after Anime Week in Atlanta. The POC cosplayers were going after her because she did a Sombra cosplay, and her cosplay was pretty much just like this Korean cosplayers. She just had a foundation that was maybe a shade or two darker than her actual skin, and she was posed with the whole arm crossing, and she had a little smirk like she was Sombra. There was nothing offensive or vehemently just nothing to be offended about in this picture, and she just got so much hate, and she didn't apologize, which I wouldn't apologize either, because she was literally just doing Sombra, and she did a really good job of it. You could tell exactly who she was. It wasn't like she was reaching to try and use a bronzer or darker makeup. It looked exactly like the character. You would have never known if you wouldn't have seen her other cosplay pictures on her page. It's just like you're reaching to be offended, and it needs to stop.
In the words of my friend Richard on the 808 page, he was like, hey, it all comes down to attention. She just tried to do it to accurately portray the character. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, of course, Tumblr being Tumblr is being retarded. It doesn't understand that concept of intention.
Oh, Tumblr. Oh, Tumblr.
Because SJWs, are not smart. They're retarded. So stuff like logic and intention are over their heads.
And this is why I only use my Tumblr for posting photos from conventions that I hang out at. That's basically is it.
It's amazing to me how we can how POC cosplayers and black cosplayers can use foundation like 3 shades lighter than their actual skin tone to try and get this Lolita kawaii look and go around to look like Hinata or something. And it's praised. You're the best cosplayer ever. Or use like Photoshop or photo filters to make themselves look light or have this whole alluring aura like they're some kind of angel. But when someone who takes out a significant amount of time in mixing colors, making things look pretty much perfect, they don't half-ass it, they don't do filters, they actually go about it authentically and they pull it off extremely well. There's really no reaching or anything. They're immediately shamed, labeled a racist, shared among everyone. Certain POC cosplayers who claim to be cosplay famous are going around spreading lies and rumors about people because of what they cosplayed, and this mob witch hunt mentality needs to stop. There needs to be a confirmed consensus that you believe that they are actually being offensive, and you need to present why you believe that in actual evidence, not just, oh wow, someone did a cosplay of my skin tone and they look so much better than me. I'm jealous. Let me go send a witch hunt after them. You look like a buffoon, and these white people who try to pretend like they're not racist, they want to spread as loud as possible. I'm not racist. Listen to these wrong people. They speak for everyone. They just look like they're so desperate instead of just saying what they really feel. None of this, we don't have the right to have an opinion because of our skin. Like when did cosplay become so militant where all cosplay is cosplay unless I don't like what you're doing? It's like the cosplay police. Stop.
Yeah, because people forgot that 9% of cosplayers are, portraying characters now with their skin tone anyway. Because most of the cosplayers I've seen are Japanese origin. White people mostly cosplay Japanese characters. Same with black people. Japanese people cosplay a lot of white characters. So why you guys getting mad about, oh, someone used a little bit of makeup, she being racist? No. It's like I rather people get mad of people like, I don't know, I'm not gonna mention names, but people put on lingerie and saying, oh, I'm cosplaying Mario. It's like, no, you weren't a red and blue bikini. You're not cosplaying a character.
Yeah, like if anybody has any sort of criticism on people like to use an example, like cosplay famous people like Nigiri or Yaya, they have like pinup posters and they claim they're cosplaying a character, they slap a name on it, and people have criticisms and say, well, this could be a little more like this and this, maybe you could add this. Their fans and people in the cosplay community says, oh, you're shaming, this isn't what cosplay is about. But as soon as somebody does a good job and works really hard, just because you're jealous and don't like it, and you actually just start bashing and attacking and calling people hoes, and like with the Garnet cosplayer, one famous black cosplayer whose name I'm not going to mention, but she actually made a meme and started spreading it around of saying hoes who think it's okay to do blackface starter pack or something, and they put her picture up there, and I forgot the name. I forgot what she is, but she was some activist, a black activist or something called Cat Black, shared this photo. And they were just spreading. Yeah, she's cancer.
She's another person I also hide from my Facebook as well.
Oh, she actually blocked me from her page because I actually challenged her, one of her arguments on that was on the actual photo. I actually challenged her argument saying, how does this make her a hoe for actually cosplaying a character accurately? And you would have never known her race. So she essentially blocks anyone who disagrees with her. She blocked a few of my other friends who are actually a little more racially inclusive. They like to be more in with what POC is talking about, but they still kind of challenged her, and she automatically blocked them. She does not take criticism well. So it's very interesting how that transpired.
Now, before we continue, I can say all of y'all, if you're on my personal Facebook, I will talk about all types of shit. I'm just letting y'all know this now. If you feel something I'm talking about and you want to challenge it, I'm just saying bring it. I will sit there and I will go with you back and forth and just discuss the issue back and forth. Because 9 times out of 10, when it comes to issues in this community, sometimes it's what you heard or from your personal experiences. You talk about happening this way or that way. I encourage that because I want to hear how things are from other people's point of views so I can change my view for the better or the worse or how things go. I just feel if you're challenging somebody and they just keep parrying or just ducking and dodging, they're a coward. They're not going to, because they know you're right. Is it that hard to say, you know what, Kay? You're right about that. My bad. How hard is it to say that?
It's the pride.
Yep.
And let me tell you, it took me some...
I was about to say, okay, speaking of these cosplayers that put on lingerie called cosplay, a while back on Facebook, I made a post about it and people got offended about it. Well, she's a good cosplayer. She's not doing anything. I was like, fam, her cosplayers are not that good. They're not accurate. She doesn't know jack shit about the source material. You're only saying she's good because you're thirsty. That's it. That's the thing that kills me about people. It's like, oh, they're good cosplayers. Like, no, they're not good cosplayers. They're not being accurate. They don't know anything about these characters. Y'all will sit here and glorify these quote unquote cosplayers, but not the ones that actually do the characters right. But,
yeah,
she's good. She's good. No, she's not good. You're being thirsty. You got the thirst vision. Calm down.
Yeah, and that's also becoming a huge problem, not only in just the cosplay community in general, but the black cosplay community. They're praising more of these, like, for some reason, I thought this was like a joke that died in 2016, but apparently they're still trying to flow through with this. The whole Mary Jane controversy, I guess, that was going on with Zendaya or whatever.
Now,
all the black female cosplayers are throwing on red wigs that don't even look like redhead wigs, and they're just saying, I'm Mary Jane, and putting on really Instagram-y, filtery makeup and saying, I'm Mary Jane. And I'm like, I thought this joke died long before.
Speaking of, I'm glad you brought that up, because it's like all I see in the POC cosplay group is Marvel and DC comic book characters, right? All the safe shit. When I see, it's like, y'all not even doing good version. It's just like, you put on some booty shorts, a Spider-Man shirt, wait, and say, I'm Mary Jane. Same thing with the Goofy movie. It's like, what's that girl from the Goofy movie? I forgot her name.
Max's girlfriend. I forgot her name.
I forgot the movie's sister, but it's like you just got some black paint. I'm not sure it's paint, but you put on your nose, red wig. You went to the
Roxanne.
clearance sale at your Target and put on some clothes and said, "Oh, I'm this character." Like, no, sit down. No,
Okay,
you're not
okay,
cosplaying.
okay. Her name was Roxanne, and
Yeah.
I'm going to make this really quick. I remember somebody saying some time ago that a Goofy movie was a movie for black kids. And I'm just like, no. No. Because he was trying to defend the fact that the music by Powerline, Max's voice, I'm just like, I see where you're coming from, but I still think it's a stretch because it's a Disney film. I mean, this is not the time or place for that shit, you know?
I
No.
believe, yeah, that's a bit of a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
No, I remember one time there was this post where some girl, she's not even cosplaying. It's like she just grabbed some shit from the clearance sale rack, right? So she's not wearing the like red color or anything. And the comments like, "Oh my gosh, she's a good cosplayer. What's her cosplay page?" Like, she's not cosplaying. She just got on a cheap ass wig and put on some paint.
Okay.
She's not doing Roxanne cosplay.
Bro.
Stop.
Okay, well, let me say something about the whole Mary Jane controversy thing. When I first heard about it, I was like, I don't know how to feel because I'm so used to Mary Jane being casted as a white woman. I said, you know what? I'll wait till the trailer comes out and see how I feel. I saw the trailer. I'm like, hey, if she can do it, she can do it. That's the way I look at it. And honestly, I can't pass judgment on how well she plays Mary Jane until I go see the movie, which I most likely am going to do.
Who?
Because I feel when it comes to...
Zendaya?
Yeah.
Zendaya's never playing Mary Jane. She was never set to play Mary Jane. That was the entire point of why everyone was like, really, y'all stretching, y'all reaching really hard.
Yeah,
There
it's
was
a
like,
different character.
Okay, all right, my bad.
yeah,
my bad
she
on
was.
that. Yeah.
You know, Mary Jane was supposed to be introduced in like the Amazing Spider-Man in like the second one as like the dual love interest, but they decided not to cast her yet because they wanted to focus more on Gwen Stacy's death. But she was supposed to be in there long before, and they already have a set cast of who's going to play Mary Jane because they already have it from that last suggestion of Spider-Man 2. She was never set to play Mary Jane. She was set to play I forgot her name. She was Latina though. She was set to play her. That was her role from the minute they casted her into it. She was never that was a fan theory. They were like, "Oh, what if she plays Mary Jane?" And then a whole just shitstorm just flew out from both sides. We're like, no, she shouldn't. No, she should. And it was just like, why? But the thing is, they're mad about diversity in this movie. But the main love interest of this Spider-Man is a black girl, and the main friends are all Hispanic or black. So it's like this is one of the most or Asian. It's one of the most inclusive Spider-Man films you about to get.
Yeah, because what happened was with the Spider-Man film, these characters wanted a Miles Morales story, so that's the thing. So here's what happened. When the whole rumor about Mary Jane popping up, I guess the POC crew was like, "Oh man, we got our character we can cosplay." It's like you could cosplay before, but do your thing. But they're like, yeah, we got Mary Jane. It's like, no, you dumb motherfucker. Read the damn story. She's not gonna be Mary Jane. Even then, you can still cosplay the character. Stop.
Also, I will say that I'm not opposed to closet cosplay where you get in like the bare minimum and you cosplay and you pull it off. Like you get like a tank top and some shorts and you cosplay Lara Croft. And you get like a dollar store toy gun and you cosplay Lara Croft. I'm not opposed to that. I'm just saying it should not be getting hundreds of likes, thousands of retweets, and Patreon pledges. Meanwhile, there are people who literally work day in and day out to buy fabric, dye fabric, spray paint, do hard work, and make creations, and then they get shamed for it.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Now, let me tell you, when it comes to likes, anybody could just drop $5 on a site and just get likes. Granted, the bulk of your likes are from Mexico City. Good luck explaining that shit. Now, as for other social media, It's all about who you tag in your tweets and your Instagrams or stuff. Because if you tag enough people, they will see what you're talking about and pay it forward. Okay. Now I say Mexico City about the likes because there was an article that came out that a few years ago. There were some famous cosplayers that were buying likes, and people were trying to track the likes. All of these were artificial likes out of Mexico City. I was like, y'all are so popular there, but everywhere else, no one gives two shits about who y'all is.
Yeah, a lot of cosplayers and Korean content creators bought likes. They do that, and then eventually people are like, oh, this person's popular. Let me hop on this bandwagon. And it's a great marketing strategy to a certain point, but it's very, very dishonest.
It is.
And if you get caught, it's over.
Well, and one more thing about the whole Mary Jane thing, that we could probably move on to something else. To all my sisters out there, if you want to do Mary Jane, do it. Good for y'all. But please, stop going to the local cheap wig shop for that cheap-ass wig that's going to fall apart in the sun after about an hour. Save up your money. Go up the street to the good wig shop. Go there. Drop some good money.
For real.
eBay.
Exactly.
For real, you doing a casual cosplay, at least put some effort into it. Like, come on now.
I mean, like, it's like when you go food shopping. Yeah, there are some things you can buy no frills, but some things you buy, like, you gotta spend the extra $2 for the name brand. Just saying. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me.
Seriously, like, it's like the cons, like, in 5 months, you can save your money in 5 months. It's not that hard. Especially doing something easy, like, don't rush to the last minute. Like, come on now.
It's just like, come on now. Let's put a little. Your first few cosplays is understandable. You're a little poor. You're just trying to cosplay for fun. It's not a big deal. But when you're trying to go on the professional level, you gotta upgrade from dollar store wig. You're gonna have to go somewhere. You're gonna have to go up.
See,
because ain't nobody paying money for that.
See, y'all will.
Like, people making $14K on Patreon, but the cosplays look like shit. I'm not gonna drop names. I'm gonna be esports.
Look, let me tell you, I will never be in that level of professional cosplayers because there are three things that stop me from that: job, rent, and bills. So,
I mean, if you can use that to pay your bills, I'd do it. But you gotta be half naked, both guy and girl, or either you gotta be like a mecha or something. It's too much effort. I'm fine with my tiny fandom, or whatever.
Same here, and half the people in my fandom probably only know me because of supposed shit that I have said and done. I'm just like, it is what it is. So, because if any of that shit was true, I don't think I'd be able to go to conventions anymore.
In the words of my friend Vaughn, just do what you want. Like, my friend Vaughn does whatever the fuck he wants. He does Prince. He does Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
He does what he wants.
All sorts of cool stuff. He's very creative with what he does.
It's like, I can't hate on this man. He does sexy cosplay, but I can't hate on him. He does what he wants.
Okay. Now,
He's cool about it.
Yup.
We've been talking back and forth. We haven't heard from Homegirl Mocha over there. You still with us, fam?
I am. Just listening to y'all sounds so interesting.
I already told you, jump in anytime you feel like it. I'm just saying.
I will.
Now, let's talk about this whole blackface controversy and everything. Okay, let's say, for the sake of argument, and this shit probably has happened or soon will happen. Let's say this Korean cosplayer, Pyeon Kim. Let's say she did Sombra. Let's say she did not use any makeup whatsoever. I could tell you, there are going to be people screaming at her for stealing, and I say that in quotes, stealing one of their own characters they can cosplay because they have their own characters to cosplay. Do not take characters that we have very little of. I just want you to know, man. I have seen this argument happen over and over, and I'm just like, what characters do we have? Last I recall, I don't see anybody walking around cosplaying O.J. Simpson, okay?
Wait. We don't have any more characters. Wait, we don't have any more characters, but yet you guys are doing, X-23, a white character, Dante, a white character,
Black Superman. Oh my goodness, black DBZ characters. Stop. Stop. It was funny in 2001. Now it has died. Please stop. Come up with your own characters. Please.
I know. The most original I seen for Dragon Ball Z was Dragon Ball Z at MoCon last year, because that was actually original. We're that trend, buff Asian guy. Yeah, that's the most original one I've seen.
They need to stop. It's time to stop.
Okay.
Where are your parents? You need help. This is dumb. It needs to stop. Y'all need to branch out. And my thing is also taking black characters. Okay, so one person cosplaying one black character, it's taking your character. Do they not realize that there are hundreds of different black characters from anime, manga, video games, comic books that nobody ever talks about, nobody ever touches, because it's not mainstream enough to look at. If you really care about cosplaying black characters, you would cosplay these characters and get them out in the spotlight. Draw them, get them out in the spotlight, instead of living through Black DBZ, Black Superman, Black Wonder Woman. It's trying to parody other characters that have already been established. Or trying to change the race of characters that have already been established. And hate white characters. Get your own. There are so many characters that they are of wealth. They are of high standing. They're not hood rats or anything. They are actually cool and badass characters, but the black community don't look deep enough into it. It's right there.
Now, fam, I had to get those likes on Instagram. I had to get all those Snapchats. I had to get that Patreon money.
Gotta get them retweets.
But Kay, it's that nigga Goku though.
I'm just like, no, Black Goku, bro. When Black Goku was announced in Dragon Ball Super, I knew this was gonna happen. They was like, oh, he gonna be black. He gonna be black for real? I'm like, stop. This is a Japanese cartoon that's been going on for Japan and Chinese culture. Do you know there are black people who still believe that Toriyama created Dragon Ball Z to degrade black people? Do you? Oh.
I never heard of that before.
Look. Two things. Number one, there is that meme floating around that say DBZ is for black people because of how Vegeta and Goku treat their kids. And number two, don't forget, there are black people who still believe.
No, chill.
Who still believe to this day that we invented dreads and cornrows. People forget that shit was around before we even. Okay? Bruh. There are people who don't know
Dragon Ball Z.
Nah. I'll do you one worse. There's people that think Sonic the Hedgehog is racist because Shao is black. Mm-hmm. He had a white woman that got shot.
And he got a gun.
They think Knuckles is black. Because he's the only one of this race.
No.
Knuckles is like the only blackish character I could see, but even he's an idiot.
No. Knuckles is Jamaican. Get that shit straight.
He's one of the whitest Jamaicans I've ever seen.
Now, Mary stage songs. Pumpkin Hill, Me or Her, the classic.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it's a game about talking animals. They're no more than 3 feet.
Where is the race? They are animals. What is going on?
Dragon Ball Z is about Roy enraged gorilla super apes. Like
Sonic, shit.
Okay.
DBZ is about the journey to the West. Like everything in that book is what DBZ is about. Popo is not Blackface. Popo is based on a demon from Journey to the West. Like this is
Yeah, but here's the thing. In the syndicated edit of that Dragon Ball, Popo is dark blue.
I know, because they knew that the Americans and 4Kids knew, oh man, he looks like Blackface. That's looking suspicious. Let's make him blue.
No. I have to show y'all this picture later. I went to AAC one year. There was I think she was black or Hispanic, whatever. She cosplayed Mr. Popo, black pig and everything. I found that atrocious. I was like, no,
you're gonna get ganged up, girl. They gonna take your black card. No.
Look, I'm expecting motherfuckers to come knocking on my door asking for my black card. I'll be like, I gave that shit to y'all about a year or two ago. Come on now.
I am unvalidated. Please leave.
Okay, now I have to find the log to this. Now, if you remember when Dragon Ball Z was on TV, the theme song was Rock the Dragon. Now, when GT was on, they changed the theme to more of a hip-hop theme, and one of my friends was like just clowning on it because he was saying it was like Dragon Ball GT is brought to you by the United States Food Stamp Service and shit like that. I was dying in the chat. Dragon Ball GT was to get the black people to watch anime. That's when they changed the theme like that. I was like, no, fam.
They did that to One Piece too. Yeah, yo, yeah, yo.
No.
I'm just like, no. The theme.
I wish I had this on film. I was just talking to one of my boys about this. We went to Anime Boston one year. And I started clowning them by playing that theme. Him and his two, they just started dancing and breakdancing in the room. I'm just like, I can't with y'all. I can't.
I'm just like, please, no.
It
Why don't they cosplay from the Boondocks, bro?
I've seen Boondocks cosplay, mostly Uncle Ruckus.
I mean, yeah, he iconic. We all Uncle Ruckuses in there.
I need to see a Stink Mirror cosplay. I need to see a good one. A good Stink Mirror.
Bro, that would be great. That would be great.
I think for a while somebody was talking about they were going to do a black version of Captain America, Captain Jamaican.
I think
Wow.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
That actually sounds kind of funny.
I mean, look, if you look around online, you will find Black Superman with dreads.
Okay, that's enough. I ended there. At least give him a buzz cut. Like,
No, I told my friend who is buff, I was like, yo, instead of Captain America, you should do Captain Planet Fitness. Get that free membership.
There you go.
bro, that would be the best endorsement ever.
Just have a shit with a barbell on it.
No,
Free membership for life.
all right. Okay, now who remembers the But I gotta bring Black Twitter into this just for a quick moment.
The cancer.
No.
No, this was funny. Hashtag Nigger Navy.
What?
What?
Oh, I heard about that.
What is that?
Okay,
Yahoo.
Yahoo made a post about Trump wanting a bigger Navy, but it was nigger instead, and Black Twitter ran with that. And there was all these clips. There's this video of like Nigger Navy boot camp. There's this one brother that's just trying to get all swole, working out with everybody in the gym and shit like that. Fucking hilarious. My favorite one is it shows from that stand-up comedy that Steve Harvey did, Kings of Comedy. It showed Cedric the Entertainer. It was that clip of him trying to park the station wagon, and it was like Nigger Navy trying to put the boat in dock.
Oh no.
Look,
I hate Black Twitter, but their memes be on point.
Yeah.
I could see how it'd be
Black
so
Thanksgiving.
easy. Yeah, those clapbacks, bro. It's funny.
Thanksgiving
Black
clapbacks.
Twitter is responsible for like half the memes being popular in 2016. I thank you for that. Those SpongeBob memes were life. Man, I still use them. With SpongeGar, man.
Look,
Their Reddit subpage is pretty funny too.
I always look forward to Thanksgiving clapback. Always.
Yes, they need to put some new ones though, because still using the same ones from last year.
True, because I think because of how big Twitter is, you always got new people checking them out, and I'm just like, well, hey, some of us old schoolers, we seen these last year. Y'all gotta come up with some new content, you know?
I'm saying, don't fail me now, Black Twitter. You got one thing going for your memes. Don't ruin that too. Just like, ugh. But yeah, anything else with Black Twitter and Black Tumblr needs to die slow. You know, their memes are good, but everything else, I can see how they made that mistake on Yahoo. As Yahoo prides itself on being the cousin of BuzzFeed, but they typed a little too fast, and the N accidentally hopped on there.
Kotaku 2.0. They got Slowpoke as the editor.
Kotaku got real quiet after Gawker got shut down. They only post the most relevant of news.
That's because they're owned by Condé Nast, and that's like a big magazine publishing house. And and I'm telling you this now. Yes, Kotaku and the rest of them, they're getting away with a lot of shit now. But I'm telling you, over time, that shit is going to change. You're going to go onto one of the sites one day and be like, wait. And you're going to try to go to the internet Wayback Machine and be like, how do we go from here to here?
Where do we go from here?
To hell.
I can't do it.
Uh-uh.
Look at this. Look, I can't deal with it. Oh.
See, that's why I'm having not your father's root beer while we're doing this, because I got work in the morning. I can't do anything harder than that.
This is like, I can't begin to even. It's irritating.
Man, I'm so glad I left the POC cosplay group because on my timeline, all I see was blow-ups.
What?
Like,
That's all that group was about, nothing but cancer and shit up and down the page. I'm thinking they're gonna be talking about like different cosplays and different cosplayers. No, it was always something about how somebody's doing blackface or what these other ethnicities should and should not be doing, and how they should be these other individuals in the group that should be jumping on the bandwagon and like blowing shit out of proportion and taking it to the next level.
Uh-huh.
it's just
Because
like,
all I saw on that page was, okay, basic bitch on DC cosplays or superhero cosplays in general. A black mall showing the ass and tits, calling it cosplay, or a blow. That's it. I was like, well, this is what the group is all about. I just go on 4chan. At least that's entertainment.
damn.
Look,
Poll, bro, poll.
I wish somebody would like put that group in 4chan. Oh my god, they would have a field day.
it actually,
mean-
I would do it.
look, that group has already been 4chan because of certain cosplayers in that group already. And we'll just leave it at that. I will say this. When they had that big argument about the renaming from Black Cosplayers to PLC Cosplayers, I knew right then and there shit is going to change. And I'm like, well, let me start packing my bags and get the fuck out of here, because I already know about 2-3 people up here who can't stand me. I'm just like, when the guard changes, I know I'm gonna mouth off about some stuff that's not right. And it's like, you know what? Like I said, I'm 38 years old. I've been cosplaying for 20 years. I can't deal with some of the attitudes that are coming in. I'll tolerate it, but it'll get to the point where I'm, you know what? I'll catch y'all later. Where you going? I'm going back to my room and drink so I can deal with this bullshit.
Yup, I got a Q Tails in there. Apparently, the admin there, I forgot his name, but whatever. I first entered that group. Somebody added me to that group because they were like, yeah, you could totally get noticed in there. And I'm like, okay, bless the soul of the person who did that. That was the most entertaining day of my life. There's like, it's just, I don't want to sound stereotypical, but I've been in many, many, many black-based groups on Facebook, and every single time I end up leaving or I get banned because there's always an argument. They argue about the smallest of things. Like, so for example, like I was in a black art group, and somebody can do an art piece, and somebody feels like, that arm doesn't look too well, and then somebody starts arguing about the hair, and they blow everything up. I was even in a black goth group. Now, understand, goth culture is an appropriation from European culture, and they're sitting here talking about why white people can't wear dreadlocks in a black goth group where they believe that they are able to have gothic attire and look Victorian now. I'm just like, y'all hypocritical, and they don't like being told that, so they get mad, and then they take your black card away and they block you, which is fine with me, but it's just like, when is it gonna end? And in the POC cosplayer group, it's a special kind of cancer, because now, because they don't have just black people in there, they use Asians, Hispanics, and a few of those beta white people who want to feel like, oh, I'm not racist, I'm with you guys. When the world ends, I'm on the good side, right? Like they breed desperation, which they let very few white people in. They have to be like half. And I've even had one of my best friends, she's always in that group showing screenshots in like anti-SJW groups. Like one time they were legit about to start a witch hunt against Jessica Nigiri because she cosplayed some like Pokemon animal thing. It was around the same time that K-Bear and Jessica did that like shoot together. Yeah. And she did that, and she, you know how when she first started out, she had a really like orangish kind of brownish tan when she first started out. She went back to that kind of tan look to emulate the Pokemon or whatever she was doing. Right. And they said, do you guys think this is blackface? It's like, well, I don't know. This could be blackface. We may have to see. I'm just like, we might have to go after her. Like, you're the cosplay milita. Like, what?
Really?
I know these people are going out of their way to attack cosplayers they find because they plan it out. There are so many screenshots in like anti-SJW groups, particularly in anti-SJW cosplay groups, where they show specific screenshots from person of color cosplay. That's the only group out there. And they are just witch hunting and planning to like destroy people, which it doesn't work because they always bounce back. But they try so hard.
Now, see.
First thing, okay, why you going at the Jay Nick even though her cosplays are crap anyway? So that's one thing. Two,
Damn. That's fine.
just saying, like, yeah, she compare her cosplay to the characters she tried to cosplay as. They're not accurate. Like, she tried to do that police chick from League of Legends.
Yeah.
She didn't even have the sunglasses. She had the wrong type of boots. I was just like, you make how much and your cosplays at like low quality? Get out of here.
Stay a little
bro, you better be careful. 5-0's coming after you for them burns, dude.
Bro, Nagiri's fan base is harder than Yaya's, and I thought Yaya's fan base was bad.
No.
I don't care. That's why I don't post no screws, because I know I'm savage. You can ask my friends. I was like, this is me at 30% power right now. I'm Beerus when it comes to brutal honesty. I would hurt feelings.
Bro, that's why I'm kind of like you on my side right now, because, shit. Now,
I'm brutal with that honesty, though. I just try to be passive-aggressive until if you make me mad enough, I'll go off on you, but I try to save my points till the end.
I'm Beerus. K is Xeno. K is Xeno. Omni God.
See, I charge my meter. I'm just like, keep running your mouth. See what happens. Finna roast your ass, boy. That's what it comes down to. Now,
the best roasts are usually with facts. Like, you let them talk, let them say what they gonna say, and then you attack every single point head on in their pinpoints and weaken them so that they are crawling on the floor, begging for you to stop. And then they say, wait, I'm not getting anywhere. Let me hurry up and insult you real quick. Hold on, you're gonna insult me? Deflect you with that bullshit because I got facts, honey. Facts. And then everyone's just doing that one meme where the guy roasts him and everyone's like, oh, this is my life. Debating all the bullshit.
Now, with Jessica Negri, I used to do some shit because she made some comment on her Instagram, something like that was along the lines of nigga or something like that, and the Black PLC group kind of lost their proverbial shit. Won't be the first time, it won't be the last. I thought it was funny. Now, about other groups share about them screenshots coming out of the PLC group about what's going on. Truth of the matter is, I think they're more concerned about the fact that their screenshots getting out there, they feel as if they're a force to be reckoned with. People are seeing our screenshots. I don't think they care because they're getting noticed, they're getting the attention. Because it's like, good or bad attention is attention.
Yep. Bad publicity is better than none.
There you go.
But my thing is people like the admin, who I'm calling out the admin, the main admin, Domi Gogo, whatever the fuck his name is. Wannabe Sailor Moon having, yeah. I mean, not.
It started with a D.
Dominique, I think. Yeah, Dominique. I know that because he has the same name as my best friend. Oh, bless his soul. That's my best friend.
So we ain't talking about Jessica Green, huh?
He's a complete asshole because when I first got in that group, I was there for a while, and that was right around the time when they got, I forgot which, it was the girl, she did the Michichone cosplay from Walking Dead. And
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Michonne. Sorry, I said her name wrong. I don't watch The Walking Dead like that anymore.
Same.
But she that lady did the cosplay. I think her name was something. No, it was the Lady Lemon cosplayer. Yeah, because I follow her. She did the Vivian from Dragon Age Inquisition cosplay, and she did a test. So obviously she's not gonna look on par like she should. She did a cosplay test. It was an actual like Merhan makeup. She blended two colors in. Yeah, to make the brownish little makeup, and it was, it looked like it wasn't finished, and it obviously wasn't because she was doing a test. And the POC cosplayers, they shared her photo, and then they went over to attack her, and I was like, I don't see the issue. She does not have pink lips. Her whole face is covered. And if you look at Vivian from Dragon Age, she's like she's a fictional being. Like, it's not. I was explaining, like I was saying, I was showing my support for her because obviously I didn't understand why the hate was so prevalent because this was not blackface to me. And I even showed it to my grandmother, and my grandmother, she done lived through her share of blackface. So she knew exactly what blackface was. And she said, "That's a nice costume. Is she going to a party?" And mind you, my grandmother is like half out of her mind. So she was enough to cognitive to see that that was not blackface, because if she saw that was blackface, she would have freaked out. But I asked her about it, and she was like, "That's a nice costume. Is she going to a party? It don't look finished." But, and I was like, "Yeah, this is like a costume." And I showed her the character, and she was like, "I guess she could pull it off." Like, she was on it. Those cheekbones look high enough. I was just like, okay. And I'm like, these youngsters who are like in their 20s and maybe hitting 30, and they're like, "Yeah, this is blackface. Our ancestors died for this." No.
Get your tumbler ass out of here.
All
You
right.
do not have telekinesis to feel the struggles of your ancestors. Stop. You will always be more privileged than your ancestors.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay, roll it back, because this sounds like a topic for the next podcast we're gonna do, because
Okay.
I got some passion about what we're gonna talk about next. So now
Hey.
I think we kind of got our points across here. So shall we try to like kind of wrap this up with like final thoughts or how we feel about the whole situation?
Can we talk about BlurCon real quick? I got a question.
Uh-oh.
So I look at the guest list, right? Why it's called BlurCon? Black nerd wherever. I don't know if that sounds like a candy name, but whatever. How you don't have no black guests? You couldn't afford K-Bear or something?
Well, here's my thing. Now, as a friend of mine who was asked to do coverage for the con, she told me there are black guests. I guess they're mixed or whatever, but I just found
Where? I don't see on the website, you guys have wrestling issues?
See,
This is hilarious.
now-
I love how they have Michiko from Michiko. Like, that's the only black character we can identify with in the anime community. Like, they got Michiko from Michiko to Hachin, and then they got that black guy. They don't even have the Rakage, bro. They have the second in command black guy from Naruto. And then they have a few others. They have John Boyega's Star Wars, The Force Awakens. They don't even have a Han Solo's bestie. Like, come on now.
You couldn't get Samuel Jackson with that grape soda lightsaber or whatever?
This is early bird is $45 for BlurredCon. Bruh, new conventions do not start at this price. They do not.
Damn, mobile con start for free. Like,
let me tell you,
Yeah.
the con I staffed a couple of years ago, we started around that price, and there were arguments left and right about this. Now, a couple of things. If we're going to talk about anime that we relate to, I relate to Abenobashi because growing up, I was poor and broke just like those two characters in the show, okay?
I will say, I like this deal they got though. This pass and hotel, buy 2 nights, paid in advance, get one free all weekend access badge. Like, if you buy a hotel, you get a free badge. Like, I think that's pretty nice. I would like if conventions did that more often.
Now,
They won't.
now another thing, when I posted this on my personal Facebook about this, like this is a thing, a few people were pointing out it's a BlurredCon, DC. Why is it in Alexandria, Virginia? That was everybody was asking, and my first thought was because niggas ain't got money. I don't know. Well, I ain't trying to throw shade on the con, because I know people that are going to represent. Do it up, represent well, have fun with it. But we're just kind of pointing out some of the couple things here. We're just having a little fun here, so don't take it to heart. Seriously, people. As you're listening to this show, I can tell some of y'all are going to find what we're saying is funny. Some of you are going to find what we're talking about is sad. Some of y'all are going to be kind of offended by some of what we're saying. And let me say, if you feel offended by anything that we're talking about on tonight's show, maybe because you're guilty of doing it and you need to kind of look in the mirror and think about, well, maybe I should do things differently. And that's all good and that's all gravy. That's it.
Bruh, we're gonna be featured in POC cosplayers. They're gonna come
Lord.
through this page. They're gonna destroy us. They're gonna bring the army. And guess what? You bring the army, we're gonna bring a tenfold. I got people everywhere.
Look.
Everywhere. I can feel it. I
If you're
know.
offended, you can step on Legos.
Look, let me tell y'all
Ooh.
something. As soon as this
Not no
hits,
Legos.
as soon as this hits the PLC group, y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm the one that's gonna get hung from a tree. I'm gonna find these niggas outside my basement apartment like, I heard you was talking some shit about us. And you're gonna hear in the Daily News article by Sean King that says black nerd found hung from a tree in his Jewish backyard. And my first thought is,
Trade a black man.
and my first thought is, I'm going to heaven. How the fuck is there a tree in my goddamn backyard? That's somebody else's backyard. I mean, come on.
All right.
I just lurk. They don't know me.
Shit.
I'm just like, nah. Bro, they didn't even got vendor tables. The con is like 146 days away. What is this? They got the artist alley. Bro, their artist alley is expensive. This needs serious reform.
Let me tell you
I can't-
something. If I was actually going to go to this con, I would have to do a panel. And I'm probably going to go to hell for this panel. I would come.
Bro, they'd ban you from the con. Oh, yay, my first con. I was banned from Blurred Con. Blurred.
Let me tell you something.
Like, I noticed that. Blurred DC Con, but it's in Virginia.
Well,
Come on.
I had to point this out. On the BlurCon website right now, right? Why you got
Uh-huh.
Brawrog, a character that's known for working for an evil organization, gamble with money, and kill an elephant. That's a great black role model right there.
They don't care because he's black. They don't give a shit about anything else because he's black. That's
You
what
could
it
use
is.
Dudley, the guy who's actually rich, a rich black character who lives in the UK, but no, we have to use Brawrog because he's black.
Bruh,
You don't know his
Mugen.
backstory.
I'm surprised Mugen didn't make this list. Mugen, he's the blackest thing we got. No, I'm pretty sure Mugen would probably not like you for being black. He's pretty prejudiced. Like, no.
Stop.
That's like his persona.
See, I'm kind of surprised they don't have a picture of Sailor
What are you-
Pluto up there because the black female cosplayers love themselves from Sailor Pluto. I mean, come on.
I'm saying, like, at least she was black. Anthe Hinami. Do you know there's so many black characters that people could choose from, but they choose these. Except for John Boyega, like, obviously. But they choose these.
Because
Lord.
it's the most popular and most basic cosplay to do. Like Brawlhawk. All you just need is just go like, I don't know, sports story, get some shorts, blue tank
What?
top, and that's it.
What is this? This like about us, BlurredCon. Why? For decades, the world of geekdom has grown and expanded its reach to include more Black, Latino, Asian POCs, as well as women and disabled and LGBTQ nerds here internationally. What do they mean?
Stop. First thing first, stop with the bullshit. If you're trying to represent Latinos, LGBT, and everybody, why is it called BlurredCon? Okay, that's not what...
LGBT. There's already an LGBTQ. Oh my god, an LGBTQ con, and it's in Florida, and it's actually getting more traction than this.
Actually, there's two other conventions. There's FlameCon out here in Brooklyn, and then there's Gamer Expo out in California.
Oh, this doesn't make sense to me. Okay, Blur is short for black nerd, but it's often used as a set-descriptive term for people of all colors. Wait, the name stands for black nerd, but it's for all colors? That doesn't make sense. So black is rainbow now?
So
black is
black,
the new term for rainbow?
they're trying to play this as a race and nationality. They were confusing race with nationality. It's like, no. You're not a... Okay. It's like, no, you're trying to be a black nerd, and then you're saying, oh, wait, but we can throw you guys in here, too, when we need you for our agenda, Come on in, stay on the sidelines. Don't get too close, but, we need you for a minute.
I'm done. Y'all keep talking. I'll be right back. Y'all just keep talking, bro. I can't right now. Shit.
Like, I can't.
Yo, why had to get the most recent Star Wars character? Can you use Samuel Jackson? The first black Star Wars character? Like,
I'm saying, like, get it. They could have put Donald Glover on here. He's pretty influential in nerd culture.
I know, and it's like all the video game characters. You can use Dudley. You can use Garcian from Killer 7. There's other black video game characters. That actually, heroes.
Eddie,
that actually
Christie,
People didn't do their
Christie,
homework.
Tiger.
People didn't
Raven.
do their homework.
Yes,
Have you
Raven.
seen a lot of people dress up as Fran from Final Fantasy.
Okay. I said I wasn't going to drink tonight, but motherfuck Kay, I had to get the last of the whiskey out my freezer, and I'm gonna finish it right now. Fuck.
Oh yeah, Fran, I remember her. She's actually very cutesy. Like, people don't cosplay her. Oh, that's too complicated. But you can put on a bra and panties. Okay. That's all she is, with just a nice bathing suit cut out and a nice mask. It takes work. You don't want to do the work. She's a very nice character. If I had a body, I would cosplay that.
Okay.
Okay, so if you've made it this far through the podcast, much respect to you, much love to you. We're going to probably put this on YouTube. We're going to get this out there. And if you like it, we'll do a few more episodes. I will have an email address posted. If you have some comments or whatever, hit us up.
Mhm.
So next episode, we'll take your comments and we'll talk about some other things in the community that, hey, like I was saying, we're talking about a whole lot of things here, and we're just having fun with this. So just go in with an open mind and just have fun and just roll with us, okay? Think of us as the cosplay equivalent of the Kings of Comedy. That's kind of it. With from Don't Be a Menace to South Central, message.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Tumblr.
Peace.
Stop being thirsty.
Funny thing is, for MagFest, I was going to cosplay Brock with the extra thirst. I was going to walk around with a 6-pack of water, but I left the water in the fucking room. Alright, I think it's time for us to get out of here. I'm Ranma. These are my co-hosts. Give yourselves some shout-outs.
I'm Kay, also known as a Fujoshi commentary. I just didn't put myself out there. Oh well. Whatever. If I get more, I don't care. If I get dislikes, at least I'm getting views. So I'm getting YouTube money. So I like yaoi.
Lord Jesus.
And I am Mocha Bunny, aka Yeezy, aka Yeezus, aka Kanye, aka no, I'm playing.
See, you the Kanye I would
Shut
support.
the fuck up. AKA Filthy Frank, maybe? I don't know.
Chin Chin Dalayo? Chin Chin?
Chin Chin. That's
Boss.
good.
I'm a Kuhndorf, and hope you guys don't get too offended by this podcast. And yeah, that's it. And stop being thirsty and fuck Tumblr.
Bruh.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all on the flip side. If not, you'll find us hanging out on the stoop just sharing a 40 or some shit like that, alright?
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.